The Millionaire Lifestyle of Madison Beer. In the years since Madison Beer first rose to fame and fortune, she has gone on to prove that she is far from a flash in the pan. In fact, Beer has managed to amass a highly impressive $16 million fortune, even though she's only 22 years old at the time of writing. Of course, a lot of young adults aren't exactly responsible with their money and don't have their millions to fritter away. With that in mind, it begs an obvious question: how does Madison Beer really spend her $16 million net worth? Today we'll be talking about the millionaire lifestyle of Madison Beer. At any given time, there are millions of young people who have dreams of making it big as a singer someday. In reality, however, most of these people will never enjoy that kind of success because they don't have the skills needed to stand out in the crowd. Amazingly enough, the same year Madison Beer turned 13 years old, she got the attention of one of the most successful singers in the world today, Justin Bieber. After all, once Beer began posting covers on YouTube, the megastar singer shared one of her videos on social media. Given the fact that he is such a massively popular star, it shouldn't surprise anyone that Bieber's support helped Beer become a millionaire for the first time. Home. In November of 2020, a report surfaced that Madison Beer had bought an impressive home in Encino, Los Angeles, California. Described as a modern farmhouse, Beer's home was built by real estate investors who clearly cashed in when Madison acquired the brand new living space. As a result of that purchase, Beer gets to enjoy her home's pool, spa, guest house, and poolside cabana. Of course, when it comes to celebrity homes, people are typically most interested in the ways their living spaces stand out from the masses. Given the fact that Beer has so many overly passionate fans, it is a good thing that one of the main ways her home is unique is that it has a state-of-the-art security system. In a similar vein, Beer's privacy is protected by the fact that her home is situated behind an impressive security gate, loads of privacy shrubbery, and several walls as well. Of course, there are several other reasons why Madison Beer's home is so impressive. For example, Beer's home is located on the same street as houses owned by the likes of YouTubers Logan Paul, James Charles, and Rebecca Zamalo. More notably, Beer also lives on the same street as pop star Selena Gomez, Gwen Stefani, and Kelly Clarkson, and pro athletes Tristan Thompson, Reggie Bush, and Mookie Betts. Considering all of the celebrities that she now lives near, it actually seems surprising that Beer only paid $5.6 million for her Encino living space. Cars. In the years since Justin Bieber first introduced many young people to Madison Beer when she was still a youngster, he has served as a mentor for her. Keeping that in mind, it makes sense that when it comes to how Beer spends her money, she has followed in Justin's footsteps since Bieber owns several cars, and so does Madison. Keeping in mind the fact that she doesn't have nearly as many vehicles as some of her peers, including Justin Bieber, Madison Beer still has a very impressive car collection. After all, an awful lot of people Beer's age are either driving around in their parents' cars or a cheap vehicle that breaks down at every turn, since they paid next to nothing for it. Back in 2016, Beer was spotted by paparazzi exiting a clothing store and hopping into a beautiful black 911 Targa. In a video posted by The Hollywood Fix, she understandably tries to avoid the cameras and swarm of paparazzi as she walks towards the 911. She noted that she was just 17 when asked about her voting decisions in this same video, a hot button issue since it was the height of the historic 2016 election. What we care about though is that she was a kid driving one of the most well-tuned and capable sports cars on the planet. Not fair. Also, in 2016, Madison had a Range Rover Sport. Range Rover has brought out some really compelling products in the last few years, and this one is no exception, as the Range Rover is a go-to luxury SUV for wealthy folk. We're not exactly sure what color her car was painted in, but if it was a stock color, it could have either been a windward gray or spectral blue. This particular Range Rover was involved in an accident during her ownership, but not with her driving. Her boyfriend at the time, Jack Galinsky, was driving by himself in her car, as significant others often do, and got into a minor accident that damaged the front right corner of Beer's car. It seems as if Madison Beer fancies Range Rovers, as in 2019 she bought a new Range Rover Vogue. Instead of going the colorful route this time, she opted for a black example that was either wrapped in a matte black finish before she bought it or wrapped after her purchase, as she has been seen with two similar Vogues, one in matte black and one in metallic black. Madison famously used this car to attend the Black Lives Matter protests in the summer of 2020, where she and her friends displayed their support for the movement from the windows of her Range Rover. In the summer of 2020, Madison Beer started looking for something more LA, if you will. Her choice was what looks like a Rosso Scuderia Ferrari 488 Spider. She was seen taking her buddy Nick Austin for a test drive in the red prancing horse before deciding to purchase the car. We don't know the exact price of her 488 Spider, but the base price for a 2019 488 Spider was a touch over $280,000, so you do the math. That specific model made around 661 horsepower from its 3.9-liter V8 and could sprint from 0 to 60 in 3 seconds, though we doubt Beer would ever attempt to do that in a busy LA street. So far, Beer has consistently upgraded her collection from driving her dad's Porsche to purchasing her own Range Rover twice and now owning a car that costs as much as a house. So this brings us to the conclusion of today's video. Let us know how you liked the video on the millionaire lifestyle of Madison Beer in the comments below. Till then, hope to see you in another video.